Good afternoon, everyone. This is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to my monthly Technique Tuesday. I'm just going to give it a few more seconds for everyone to join me today. I do have a few things to go over with you because we are in a new month and we have new promotions. First off, this is my July hostess code. Use this code on all online orders when you check out. That way you'll earn some free products from me. Bonus days coupons are back. For all orders increments of $50, you will earn a $5 coupon. And those coupons will be sent to you by email, and all you need to do is use them in August when you place your order in August. So $5 for every $50 ordered. The last promotion is extra extra. Now that means if you join my team and you never have to do classes or workshops, but if you join, you get extra products in your starter kit this month. It actually goes until August 31st. You get to choose $155 worth of any products of your choice in the catalog, and you only pay $99, free shipping, plus your sales tax. And then on top of that, why it's called extra extra, you'll also receive a $10 coupon to use on your first order as a demonstrator on my team. So if you add everything up, the free shipping, the additional $30 in products, plus you also get a free paper pumpkin kit, the value of the extra extra is $242 plus, and you only have to pay $99. So all you need to do is go to my online store and then click on join now, and you can join and get your choice of all those products. You pick what you want. Now my door prize for the month of June was the Kindness and Compassion stamp set. I have all of the names here for everyone that placed orders with me. So I want to draw a name before I go any further. So let me shuffle these. They're all sticking on the bottom. And the winner is Katie Temmie. So Katie, I will mail you this stamp set sometime today. I'll get it ready for the mail. And then for July, my new door prize for July is the Perfectly Paired stamp set. So anyone that places orders with me, whether in person, if you email me, online, or all of my paper pumpkin customers, you also get entered into my drawing for July. I wanted to show you guys, I had my club girls this morning. I had a class and we did the floating frame technique because I wanted them to try it out. And I wanted to show you the projects that we all made. So these were the two cards. And what I had them do, we started out with a piece of cardstock. We filled it up with daisies, and then we used the stitch nested dies to cut out the center. And then that became this card, and we had enough left over to do the tag. So you can see how this is the floating frame. I do need to glue this little piece down here. And then we filled it in with some star images that we stamped where there was a lot of white space. So anyway, that's what we did in club this morning, and you'll see this on my blog also. So now let's get going, and I do not have my iPad today, so I can't see you guys. So if you have any questions, I'll go back and look at the comments after I'm done. Now for ink colors today, I'm using Highland Heather and Gray Granite. I have 3 ink refills, Mango Melody, Coastal Cabana, and Highland Heather. I am using the same stamp set that I had the door prize for June, the Kindness and Compassion. And I'm actually using with Heartfelt Gratitude for my sentiment today. We're also using the gold faceted dots, or gems, gold faceted gems. So let me put this aside. So the technique that I'm showing you today is the ink refill splattered background. So this is what the background looks like that I'm going to show you how to do today. I'm going to show you a few samples of just the background. I tried different ways of doing this. Like on this one, I just did a few little splotches with just a little bit of water. And then here's another one. I add a little bit more water so you can see it spread just a tad there. And then on this one, this is actually photo paper. I wanted to see if the photo paper would work as well as the glossy paper did. And as you can see, it left little dots where I added my, my drops when I first put them on. So the photo paper does not work as well. So for cardstock, I'm using gray granite, 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5.5. I've got some just scrap pieces of white to do my stamping and punching. Glossy paper, I'm going to do 2 different ones with you. And these measure 4 1/4 by 3. And actually this white is my layer, it's not a scrap. Whisper white, 4 inches by 2 3/4. So I'm going to cut this down to fit inside here once it's dry. I've got the 2 daisy punches, the daisy and the medium daisy, the 1-inch circle punch, and the sprig punch. So I'm going to bring in a towel, just so I don't get everything wet. And I'm going to do both. Actually, let me do one first because this does splatter quite a bit. And all I'm using is water in a spritzer. So I'm going to add just dots of ink refill. This is the Highland Heather, Coastal Cabana, and Mango Melody. Now I'm going to take my spritzer and actually just start spritzing, and you're going to see the ink start moving. Okay, I'm going to leave that one as is. I want to show you the difference. So this is just with a little bit of water. Now I'm going to do one. I want to fill up the background like I did here. So we're going to actually have to add more ink. So that was the Coastal Cabana, Highland Heather, and then the Mango Melody. And I'm hoping this is going to dry by the time I can assemble the card. I do have my heat tool out. Now on this one, I'm going to add a lot of water because I really want this to spread. And I want it to fill in the background. I'm just going to let that sit. Okay, so I'm going to move these 2 aside, and we're going to work on the other layers while this dries. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the daisy. Oh, you know what? I used my daisy for class and I didn't even dig it out. Hold on a second. I forgot to dig them out. So I just need the little one. I should show you the stamp set. So I'm using the Daisy Lane stamp set, and the flower I'm using is the smaller one. I actually don't even need the large daisy punch. I don't know why I grabbed that one. So I'm going to do 2 with the gray granite. Now try to remember when you're stamping the daisy, because the punch is situated this way, you want 2 of your petals to sit vertically right in the center, because then when you put your punch in to punch them, it's all lined up for you. And you don't have to mess with trying to position the punch. So there's 2 with the gray granite. Let me clean my stamp. Now we're going to do 2 with the Highland Heather. And I think I am going to have to dig out my heat tool to heat that ink because it is taking a little while to dry. Okay, now I'm going to cut out my daisies. This is color number 2. Now I wanted to show you a little trick that I did with the daisies. You can see here these are a lot shorter in the center. What I did is I brought in a scrap piece of paper. I'm going to glue the daisies down. And I'm so sorry I can't see you on Facebook right now. I don't know, my iPad's not working again. It probably needs to be updated. I find when I can't get it to work, it's because it needs to be updated. Now I have these glued on scrap. I'm going to bring my circle punch in and punch these out. Okay. So now we can build the flower. I'm going to do the mini dimensionals. I'm actually going to stack the gray granite, and I'm moving the petals so that they're in between where there's no petals. And now I just need to peel these off. And I'm going to just glue the 2 Highland Heathers to each other flat. And again, I'm going to stagger the petals. Whoops. That's going to go right in the center. And then I need my gold faceted dots, or gems. I keep calling them dots. That's going to go right in the center. And then I'm just going to take the petals and fluff them up towards the middle. And there's my flower. So that's just a little tip on how to do the round center. It just makes it easier. Now I need 2 of the sprigs. And let's see, what else can we do? We can glue the white to the gray granite base. And then I'm going to stamp the sentiment right below that. Better make sure I have it straight up here. Oh, I was upside down. It's a good thing I checked. So that's going to go right below the white. Okay, so that's all ready to go to add my glossy paper layer. So let me bring my layers back in. So you can see how they're starting to dry. So let me go ahead and use the heat tool to move things along. I'm trying to move some of that excess water off just to make it quicker. And I am going to cut off the ends, so even though there's some ink pooling on the ends, we'll be able to cut that off. And you'll see as this dries, it dries a lot softer. As you can see here, I use the same colors, and they are a lot softer looking. So these will turn out different each time you do this technique. Now this one I won't be using on a card, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like when it's almost dry. And that's pretty. Okay, now let's see if I can cut this, if it's dry enough to cut. Now let me measure. I need for measurement 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. So I pretty much just want to cut off that dark spots on the end. And I'm going to start in the center so I don't rip. No, I don't think it's going to work. Okay, I have another paper cutter I'm going to bring in. This one usually works better for me when I'm dealing with wet stuff. Okay, what did I say? 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. So now you can see how good that looks now that I've removed the dark spots around the underside or the edges. Now I'm going to glue on the underside. I'm going to add a lot of glue only because it's pretty bumpy and wavy. So there's my background. And now I'm going to glue the daisy in place. That's going to go right there. And then lastly, I'm going to add the 2 sprigs. And I'm just going to tuck and glue those in place. So there's one. And then here's my second one. And don't forget to share my video as you're watching. I'll draw a name to win one of these cards. So there's my ink splatter technique, the ink refill. So you can see how different they look. So every time you try this, it's going to be a little different. So let me bring back the samples that I had made ahead of time also so you can see how much lighter this dries. So this will dry pretty much just as light as these two will. So I hope you enjoyed my technique for today. And if you give it a try, send me a picture so I can see what you come up with. So thanks for joining me today, everyone, and have a good day and have a good 4th of July. See you soon.